Hello, Wobbuffet Club players, fans, and anyone else who happens to stumble across this video. We have here the Week 5 featured match. As you can see here, again, this is once again a battle that I am in. And this time I'm playing the other league commissioner, Steve Chuck. And so, a really fun battle here. But sometimes, the people choose what battle is going to be featured, and other times, the results of the battles themselves decide the battle for you. And I think that this is one of those weeks where most of the battles were not close. We had a couple of 6-0s, a couple of 5-0s, and that was the closest any battle got to really being competitive this week. And so in the interest of keeping it interesting, we went with the only battle that did not fall into that category, which is this one right here. So I hope you're comfortable. I'm not. But let me fix that. Get some music playing. That's a nice cool volume. So yeah, that's groovy. You can take a look at the teams here. Oh yeah, let me get a little more comfortable. Make sure I'm on the right side, right? And yeah, you can see some fellows here. I mean, we've got the bus. We got the old grandpa, a goofy silly bird, and a candle, plus some. This is a goofy looking team, let me tell you. And then my team, I got some ballers over here. Let me Quagsire, Entei, Hitmonchan, Wigglytuff, and these guys. So yeah, let's get to it, people. Fun battle. And we start off with the bus. And I leave with Jolteon, so I kind of got the edge there. The Volt Switch, switch out. Is he gonna go for the Sticky Web? He is. However, now he's not gonna want to stay in there, so I'm free to go for whatever I want. And of course, we're gonna go for Agility to predict the switch, and then just throw it away by switching out. Because why not? I bring in this guy who has a speed lower by the webs. Doesn't like that. And the Hydro Pump is revealed, which is good to know because Entei is going to be a little bit threatened by that. But I'm able to, know that I tank it pretty well. I do have the Assault Vest. I'm able to go for the Rapid Spin. And then from there, switch into the Thunder Wave from the Charge Bug and get my own Toxic up. So, hopefully that Charge Bug is going to get whittled down a little bit over time and eventually not be an issue. But he does get the webs back up, so in comes the Tough, reveal the Eviolite. That's no new information, obviously. And then he's going to bring in Licky Licky for the first time and knock off my leftovers. So that's a bit of a bummer. Going to make healing a little tough. However, I do have Wish here, which will make things a little bit easier. But he's going to Heal Bell, which will remove the poison from the Charge Bug. Which is unfortunate because that thing is, definitely pretty bulky. And then once he ends up revealing his wish as well, then it's going to be challenging to chunk that all in one go. So he is gonna protect and then go for his own wish. I'm gonna get rid of the hazards. Can probably pretty easily predict that he's gonna go into Charge Bug here. Yep, take the rocks damage. However, heal it all right off with that wish. So now, all the HP is pretty much back to full for both teams. And the webs go right back up. So, it's kind of in a pattern here. Only 15 turns in. Not too bad, right? Go for Toxic. And then in comes Wigglytuff because I predict the knockoff. I don't want anyone else to lose any other items. But he's going to wish again. And go into Archeops, who does not take damage, revealing the heavy-duty boots. And so now Hitmonchan It's gonna actually not do the rapid spin, not wanting to lose to the Archeops here, and good call given that the dual wing beat comes out there. So I'm gonna switch in, and then the taunt was not expected, so I can't get the toxic off. I really should have just gone for the scald there, but you know, sometimes you gotta predict a switch or something like that. So I'm gonna scald the Dramp on the switch and no burn, and still taunted, so not much else I can do there at the moment. So in is gonna come Wigglytuff, predicting maybe a heavy dragon move or something, but so it's gonna be defog, which actually will do me a favor as well, removing both my Stealth Rock and his Sticky Web. That Hyper Voice is going to do more than I would like, however I do get the Wish, so I'm able to safely protect this next turn and heal back up to full. Although I didn't really need to because he goes for the switch, and I didn't. So Stealth Rock, look at that. I call that optimal. What should say? Then he's gonna taunt again, and am I gonna do anything about that? Yeah, I'm gonna try Wish. So I'm actually not running any attacking moves this week on that. So in comes Chandelier for the first time, and in comes Quagsire, and I'm really afraid. I'm like, this guy's got to get a grass move right because I've been screwed by that before. So I looked it up. Sure enough, there's the Energy Ball. I can safely predict that. Bring in Entei, which is going to be the safest play there. Now he comes Drampa into the Stone Edge, so predicted pretty neutral. And he's going to defog again to get rid of the Stealth Rock. And then in comes the Bust, so he's going to try and get the hazards back in his favor. Once again, just eating my Drain Punch like nobody's business. And in his Entei, so he can get the Sticky Web up at his own risk, being forced out once again. And this time, I just go for the Sacred Fire, figure whatever is going to take a chunk of damage, hopefully get burned. It does not get burned, it does get knocked below 50% to activate Berserk, and we'll get that boost. And not only that, comes back up over 50%, so would receive another boost if I was to knock it back below 50. So that kind of worked perfectly for him. Let's see now, Hitmonchan is back in, he doesn't like that. I'm gonna be able to rapid spin pretty easily on the switch. And then come back into Quagsire. Are the webs going back up? They are. So, you can notice a pattern here. And Hitmonchan is going to come back. This time, Charger Bug is still out. And he's going to go into Licky Licky. Oh boy, do you ever wish so badly that you could just hit that thing really hard with a super effective move instead of him switching out back into the bus? Because, I was sure wishing that all game. But alas, here we are, back into Quagsire, who is, of course, immune to Thunder Wave still, and goes for Earthquake on the Sharpedo switch, which is a ton of damage, and he will flip turn, risking the Water Absorb, but revealing that it is not, in fact, that, and I am running unaware as usual, and I will Scald as Licky Licky comes in that same turn. So, not wanting to be knocked off, I come back into Wigglytuff. Once again, the only one who's lost the item and resist the move, so a pretty safe switch for that. And it will eat the knockoff, so no item lost. And is slowly but surely taking toxic damage. However, we know it's back in Heal Bell, and it will get that off here. As I take advantage of that and go for Stealth Rock. And then he's gonna go for Wish, so he could heal himself. I am also looking to Wish here. He's gonna bring in Sharpedo, does not faint, very close with the rocks. As I bring in Hitmonchan, and so I get healed to full. He gets healed to 81. It's not quite full. And my Mach Punch is gonna be enough. So look at that, the first KO of the battle on turn 44. Oh. Are you excited yet, folks? Yeah, so the Sticky Web, I'm gonna bring in the Dueling Beat, or, oh my god, my brain is like melting. Can you imagine how it was during this battle? This battle took spoiler alert, it took a long time. But yeah, so we've got Quagsire and Drampa. He doesn't get the Berserk for the Stealth Rock, but he does get left over, so he can try again. As I bring in my guy. And, what's going through my mind at this point Oh, see, first of all, he removes the webs for me, which is very nice. Second of all, every time that I feel like I need to rapid spin, there is the risk that the chandelier comes in, right? And so, you know, here he is now, eating a drain punch this time. So, you know, if I had gone for throat chop there, that would have done a little bit more damage. And so I go for it here on the charger bug switch, and I think this is the first time I use it, so that's revealing that. You know, he didn't know that was. It's a bit of a bummer that I wasn't able to catch him with the surprise there, but am able to chunk the Licky a little bit. But you know, he's going to end up still over half after leftovers. In comes Entei, Licky, you know, in the business of healing. So he's going to keep wishing. I'm going to bring in my guy, my wish guy. He's going to protect, which is not going to do anything because he switched, so. Yeah, he's just going to keep wishing because why not? And, you know, I do like having some rocks up, so he's going to bring in the bus. And it's a bummer that I don't have an attacking move because I could have gone for that there on the switch, but you know, he knows that I don't at this point, so. Yeah, now Hitmonchan comes in only to go right back into Quagsire to eat the Thunder Wave. And then in comes Drampa, who once again will fall below half due to the Stealth Rock and will get Toxic. So even though he's able to heal back up above 50%, with the leftovers is going to fall back below with the poison. So in comes Hitmonchan, once again in favorable position, and this Drampa is just, you know, doing Hitmonchan's job all day, removing both sides hazards. As in comes Charger Bug, wanting to take it, get him back up, but I predict that this time and bring in Entei, and I'm gonna Stone Edge. Which will not do as much as I would like, but you know, it's damage. This Licky is definitely like the problem here, right? Because like, not only does it not take a lot of damage, but he can heal himself and remove the status. He's kind of just like everything you could ever ask for from a healing guy. And you know, my Wigglytuff's kind of the same way. So, you know, we're both using these guys pretty well. It's been about 20 turns since the first KO of the battle. So far the only. And in comes Charger Bug, who's once again going to take a Drain Punch, no problem. Throat Chop here, so no more singing for you. Unfortunately, Thunder Wave is not a sound-based move. He's just gonna Volt Switch right out, so being a lot more mobile than he has been so far this battle. And Hitmonchan, that's going to be the first full paralysis of the battle, which is unfortunate. Not able to just slam the Archeops. So in is going to come Jolteon, who's going to be able to Volt Switch into whatever I want. And that's going to be Hitmonchan, because still got the Assault Vest, which will, you know, allow me to take whatever hit it wants and then threaten the Drampa with fighting moves. And he's got a Roost actually, which is a bummer. So back into Jolteon, he removes the rocks. But now, you know, I can once again go for the Volt Switch, switch into where I want. I do get the crit. So back into this guy. Kind of, you know, hoping something's gonna give here, or like waiting for him to switch, which is why I think I kept going into Jolteon, so that I have like the ability to switch in response to whatever else comes in. And this right here is a bummer because it's so close to knocking him out, but the rocks aren't up. And I go for the Throat Chop instead of the fighting move, which is so sad. Now he's gonna protect, just, you know, draining my Drain Punch PP. And he's gonna Wish, which means that the guy's gonna come. See how much that does? Holy cow! That's the first time I've hit him with a big fighting move all game. And so he is gonna protect, but I switch, predicting that he's able to get off the Wish recovery, and I go for the Heal Bell, which will remove the paralysis, which is good because I don't want any more full pairs and I want to be fast. But Licky Tongue is now back pretty high. I'm gonna Volt Switch. It's so close to taking him out. You see how close it is? why couldn't I crit there, right? But, you know, whatever. It's a game. Oh, and he takes so much damage. Should've just Thunderbolted or something. Whatever. Stealth Rock. Ooh. Here comes Thunder Wave on the Wigglytuff. Surely that won't be important, right? So he is gonna Volt Switch. What do you think I might do here? Teleport. Alright. Easy. In comes Jolteon. Threatening this guy all day and night. So he switches out. And I can just go right for a Thunderbolt. Don't need to worry about switching from this one. And it's still just not doing as much as I would like, right? So I'm just gonna Volt Switch out. Bring in tried and true Wigglytuff. These guys really like staring each other down. And my Pokemon really like not losing items, so I like bringing him in to eat those knockoffs. And we're both gonna go for Wish here. What a lovely time. And here comes Chandelier, interestingly enough. And I'm not able to do anything because I get fully paralyzed, so that's the second. And he's gonna Flamethrower me, which does like a lot of damage, and nothing really wants to come into that. But at least I am able to get the teleport off here, so I can bring in the Jolteon, threatening him. And that Flamethrower does oh so much damage, and it's revealed that he's faster than me, which means he must use Choice Scarf. And so that makes things difficult because, you know, even you can see here Wigglytuff is taking a lot of damage, and like I know that the odds are in my favor. However, if I get unlucky and even one of those turns had been, especially that second turn, had not been able to go through thanks to the paralysis, then I'm in a really tough spot. I would have fainted in the second turn. So in comes Entei, who is actually not going to take a lot of damage. And I'm able to bring in Grandpa's least favorite guy, Hitmonchan. And here's the bust once again. And I am going to Drain Punch on that switch. And come back into the Wigglytuff. Which is already paralyzed, so at least there, you know, it's working for me. He's going to Volt Switch out. Bring in the Grandpa. And I'm going to do nothing because I get fully paralyzed third time. So that's fine. In comes this guy. No more rocks, which is sad. And the Throat Chop. It's gonna prevent him from using Hyper Voice, which is cool. But you know, it would have been better a fighting move. But here's Quagsire. That Roost not doing much. He's probably expecting to take a lot more damage. Now he is able to Hyper Voice, do like almost half. But I get the Toxic Off. I think that's a decent exchange because it at least forces him to like switch eventually, or like, you know, bring in Licky Licky, do something about it. Quagsire taking a lot here. This is like in my favor unless he gets a critical hit, because I can just keep recovering, and he can keep hyper voicing, and eventually like he's gonna have to give because he's gonna be taking too much damage, and I'm healing more. And so there it is. In comes the Chandelier. Would have loved to have predicted that. But, you know, had to play it safe, and that's fine. And he is going to Energy Ball. Predicted that. But he does get the drop, which makes this so much tougher. But it's okay. I just switch. And it's the bus and the sus. Wiggly bus. Think about it. And there's Licky Licky. So best friends. Did I just get fully paralyzed? No, you just gave me. Okay. We're still at 3. I think. There's Wish. And Stealth Rock. So when my wish comes true. Don't you love that can happen in this game? Okay, so I'm gonna wish again because it's a cool thing to do. And the bus heals. Everything at this point is like, okay, like hear me out, right? Let's just take a look. 75%, 58, 70, 51, and 100%. My team, 76, 100, 100. This guy hasn't even come out yet. 100%, 57, 100, 98. So, like, turn 106. That's what we're at. The Wish is putting in some work. We are both playing our utility game out of our minds. And yet only one player can win this battle. So there's the defog. Sorry, I'm bored. I'm shuffling cards now. There's the Wigglytuff again. Looking to probably get a Wish off. If I had to guess. In comes Looky. Volt Switch. Oh, get the rocks back up, which is cool because the Chandelier, as we mentioned, is 51%, and the bus, they're both gonna take a quarter. There's the Heal Bell, which will cure the poisoning there. As in comes bus here. No Wish in store for it this time, but yeah, still eating my Drain Punches all day. And I bring in Wigglytuff as he goes for the Volt Switch. We're gonna see what he goes into. It's gonna be Archeops, and I don't want to take a big hit from this guy, so I am gonna come into Quagsire. The resisted hit, but he crits. That's a lot of damage, but it's okay because he's not gonna crit every time, right? So he's gonna switch into Charlie as I Scald. And do I burn? No. Why would I? And then it's gonna come Wigglytuff. Predicting it or not a knockoff. So still no item loss besides that very first time. And there's Archeops. Speaking of item loss, I wish he would lose his item so that he would take some Stealth Rock damage. But that's on me. So yeah, at this point, Quagsire is kind of like the answer to this guy. Not taking like anything from Dual Wing Beat. I'm able to pretty much predict the switch here. I bet I go for Recover. I do. And so now Grandpa is back. Doesn't really have an answer for me, but either way, Hitmonchan is a much better opponent for it. Being able to take those hits and deal massive damage in return. So yeah, it's Wigglytuff, Charger Bug. We've seen this before. No Sticky Web. Goes for the Volt Switch. And into the Archeops. Stealth Rock. Oh, Grandpa comes in. As Quagsire comes back. This time not gonna stay for long. As Wigglytuff comes in. And defogs again to get rid of the Stealth Rock. So it's annoying. It's gonna Hyper Voice. And here needed to be able to Wish. Really unfortunate. So now it's like I have to protect this guy and bring him in a time when I know he's not gonna take that much damage. So I have to switch out. And so lots of switching going here to like take advantage of the lost momentum on that. So that's I think 4 fully paralyzed. I don't want to deal with that again, so I will Heal Bell to get rid of that and risk losing my item, which is a bummer. The Shukaberry, but ground isn't like a huge threat at this point. And so here, like, he's definitely protecting. Just in case he didn't, I really wanted to just like take him out. So I think it was a decent play for me. Like, what else was I gonna do? Could have switched into like Hitmonchan, but still wishing. And in comes Wigglytuff because Looky is one of his favorite opponents, and same with Charger Bug here. So I should be able to get a Wish off, and I am feeling very blessed. I will get fully paralyzed again, but that's okay because I don't like this protect doesn't even matter. Because like that Volt Switch will not kill it, and now I'm actually like comfortable at my HP again. So I think that was pretty good maneuvering. Came in when it was safe. Now Wigglytuff is back in the game, which means that my healing is not down for the count yet. So I am going to Volt Switch, bring in Wigglytuff here to try and make up some of the lost recovery, as the 4th move on the Charger Bug is revealed as Skitter Smack. kind of an interesting tech there. Yeah, gonna try and get a wish off, but no, the 5th full paralysis comes out, which is very sad. And now in his Quagsire, because well, now that Licky Licky's out, I gotta bring him back in, because that's my condition here. So he's gonna get a wish more easily than I will, but you know, I just gotta go for it, and it does go off. So I'm not able to protect myself, which really freaking stinks. And oh, fellas, turn 140. I lose my first Pokemon, which was about to be healed to full of that wish. And he dies to a critical hit after full paralysis, after such a skillfully played game. Let me give you a glimpse into the chat here. We got a hole, boys. Lots of sus emojis. Meanwhile, inside 37 turns later, I am despairing. Look, I know this video is already long, but like, I gotta do something to distract myself. So, yeah, anyway. I really hung in there for this long. And now, of course, the first guy to go down is like the backbone of the team. So, anyway, back to regularly scheduled battle. There's Donald Glover. You know, the funny thing about Hitmonchan is that, oh, look at that. The first Thunder Wave going into Jolteon, which is nice because it gives me just about close to full. I don't need the wish for him, ha ha ha. But anyway, yeah, it's funny because he comes in with a sticky web up, and when he goes to remove it, Rapid Spin raises his speed, so he's back to normal. Isn't that funny? Check that out. Boom. He's smacking. Quag. Web. And this guy. See, if this guy would go down, then I could just poison his whole team. Right? That's a big if, right? But, okay, where are we at, though? Knock off. I will finally leave my leftovers, and that sucks, because I don't have a safe switch in, you know? So, you're kind of already seeing the cascading effects of, like, losing it really tough. No safe item removal, although now I can come to Quagsire. No healing. And at this point, he only has 4 heal bells left, so, like, you know, I could potentially stall those. And Wish is also only at 4 of 16, so, like, you know, I do see a condition here to get out of this. But, yeah, it's gonna be tough, so, hear me out, hypothetically, we switch to Fast. And so, you know, I'm gonna kind of take on that mindset where I'm like, okay, well, I've got more Toxics than he can remove them, so how many is he willing to do? And so I am putting a lot of pressure on him here, where he has to, like, you know, get the timing perfectly on these plays. So now, he does switch here, and unfortunately there I burn, because I would love to Toxic him, and like that just sucks so bad, because like I didn't burn before. And so finally, Tangle is gonna come out because I recognize that guy's useless. So he's just like kind of able to, you know, take a hit when I need him to, and you know, heal right back off when he switches out. So got some utility there. Webs are back. He's still wishing, but you know, pressure's on, and at this point, oh, to 10%. It does not even remove the Toxic, which is interesting. He's got 2 heal bills left. And I'm thinking like, okay, finally, like, all I have to do is take this guy out, and then I'm good, right? And he will miss a Skitter Smack, not that it matters too much, but he misses the second one, so that damage is gonna add up. And I'm gonna put a Toxic on to put even more pressure on for him to heal Bell. However, you know, he's just like, well, my Grandpa's sitting pretty with his burn, you know, not really losing out on anything. chunk my Tangle a ton. I'm gonna knock off his leftovers though to, you know, at least make that burn a little more worthwhile. And so in comes Hitmonchan, and I'm gonna Drain Punch, but it's not gonna KO, which sucks because he's gonna deal a lot in return and go down. But it's okay. But he is gonna Shadow Ball me, and oh, that's a bummer. So now things are getting interesting. We've got multiple KOs on both sides. He's gonna Shadow Ball faster than me. I'm gonna Shadow Ball, and honestly, I did not know how bulky Chandelure was, and I was hoping that was gonna one-hit KO. And so that stinks because now I'm like, fuck. I mean, frick. How am I gonna kill this guy? But I know that he's locked in, so he's got to make a decision. And so he's gonna switch to Licky Licky, which I'm finally able to take out. I would have been so happy about this like a long time ago. But now, Charlie goes down. And actually, you know, that is still big, but like the bigger threat all of a sudden is this guy right here. And so I kind of have to play strategically because, like, thankfully my 2 remaining Pokemon have very different weaknesses. And I'm able to Agility, right? Which, you know, with another one of these, it stinks. Okay, honestly, like, the Sticky Web being up is gonna change this game because I have to go for another Agility here in order to be faster than the Chandelure. And so I do, but as I do that, I get Thunder Wave, which has my speed. So I have to go for another one. And mind you, after 1 Agility, I outspeed his entire team unscarfed without paralysis. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm chilling. Doesn't matter. I don't have any speed investment. I'm able to one-shot the Archeops. But if I had just a little bit of speed investment, I would be able to outspeed the Chandelure. And I am going to get fully paralyzed there, which sucks. It sucks so bad, because then I would have been able to kill the Charge Bug. Probably. Yeah, 63%. Take a fire into it. And, or even if I stone it, I don't remember what I clicked. But, yeah, then he has to come in and be locked into one move or the other. And, you know, if he goes for Flamethrower, then I'll probably survive, and I'm able to kill him easy. And I win the battle. But he's going to Energy Ball, which at that percent, thanks to that Volt Switch, is going to KO me. And I bring in Quagsire, which is not going to survive, and is going to go down. So, man, what a battle. We both played incredibly well, I think. Even though I'm very frustrated that it didn't go my way, and that it didn't in the way that it did, I think that Steven played remarkably well. And I can't fault him at all. You know, he always played to his outs. And, you know, we both took advantage of the situation in a lot of ways. Yeah, comeback season is looking a little rough for me. Yeah, but I'm not sure how many one of these long battles where I end up losing I can take, but it's okay. Oh, it's funny, I put on the the music that I was playing was a 30-minute loop. Or not loop, yeah, 30-minute extended version, and it ended 4 minutes ago. So that probably means that it's time to end the battle. Or end the video. So see y'all next week. Hope you enjoyed.